Welcome back. Every year, nearly 60,000 Americans die from massive blood loss in an emergency situation, and a person can bleed to death in just 5 minutes' time. Now, these scary facts are why United Regional wants people to take advantage of their Stop the Bleed program to save more lives every day. Whether it be from Mother Nature's fury or an unavoidable accident, disaster can strike at any moment. And it's times like these that people need a basic understanding of what to do in a life or death situation.
And pack it fast because it's bleeding.
For 31 years, trauma educator and registered nurse Laura Pressler has given the public the tools they need when the unexpected happens. And at the emergency department at United Regional, they could always use a helping hand.
We see quite a few patients every day. It's getting more and more. We see around 175 to sometimes over 250 patients a day.
Pressler says a majority of these patients are being seen for either car or motorcycle injuries, but during the summer, they tend to see another kind frequently.
It's summertime, so we're starting to get a lot of ATV injuries and sports-related injuries we get a lot of as well.
And there's an important reason as to why Pressler and others teach the Stop the Bleed program.
One of the biggest life-threatening injuries and the most deadly is active bleeding, and so we need to act, and that's what the Stop the Bleed program does. It teaches people how to stop active bleeding to be able to save a life.
This program not only benefits those living here in Wichita Falls, but those living in rural areas as well, far from emergency services.
Here in our area, if you're in town, you're probably looking at less than 10 minutes for somebody to get there, and sometimes it's less than 2 to 3 minutes. But if you're in a rural area, sometimes it can be 20 minutes to 30 minutes before somebody can get to you.
The course itself is open to individuals, groups, schools, and businesses, and takes about 30 to 45 minutes to complete. In that time, a lot of lessons can be learned.
We teach you about things and ways to control bleeding and to assess a patient with life-threatening injuries. And then we do some hands-on where we teach them actually how to put pressure on a wound and pack a wound and put a tourniquet on.
They also demonstrate why having an emergency kit in your home or your car is a vital thing to have in a life-threatening situation.
The first thing someone's going to do is they're going to call and try to get somebody to call 911, and they're going to ask somebody to go get that kit. In the kit, you're going to have things like a tourniquet, dressings, gauze to be able to stop bleeding, and gloves are really important because you want to make sure to protect yourself as well as others.
Because having these items and the knowledge of what to do if ever a time comes when you need it is better than not having it at all. Steps on what to do in an emergency situation, where to find an emergency kit, and how to sign up for the Stop the Bleed program are all in this story over on Texomashomepage.com.